Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. This October 23, 12 variant. Question number 1. He says that x cube in this expansion is 6 times. Okay, x cube in this expansion 6 times to the x square expansion. So x cube coefficient is equals to what is to represent equal sign 6 times to x squared coefficient. Equation number 1. So let's try. So 3 plus 2ax to power 5. I'm looking from here x cube. Common sense, it means I am going for 5c0, 2 brackets, 5c1, 2 brackets, 5c2, 2 brackets, and we have to go for one more. Now question comes for, can we go directly or not? Yes, I can go directly even. Why waste our time? So I can write directly. Okay, and what is directly? Basically, what is the formula here? 5 minus 0, here 0, 5 minus 1, here 1, 5 minus 2, here 2, and 5 minus 3, here 3. In each first bracket, we get a 1, we get a 3. Second bracket, we get a this value every time. So why waste our time? Why we cannot get a directly x cube which is coming from here? So I'm saving my time because 4-mark question, I will not waste my time, just explain to you. So write that term involving x cube. I can directly get it. So 5c0, 5c3, sorry, and 3 to power 5 minus 3, and 2ax to power 3. And 5c3, if you type in calculator, it is giving you 10. So 10 and 3 to power 2 is 9. 3 to power 2 is 9. And 8 and a cube and x cube. So I'm getting what here? 720 a cube x cube. So first part is x cube coefficient is done. And now I'm going for the other part. Just a minute. Okay, so this now let's talk about the other part, x square coefficient in this. Again, I will not waste your time and simple. You can go for directly the writing the statement term involving x to power 2. So that is possible naturally 6c2. Okay, and this bracket will come 2 here ax. And here difference of these numbers 6 minus 2 and here 2. And 62 is 15. You know it very well. Okay, 15 and 2 to the power 4 is 16. And here a to power 2 and x to power 2. So ultimately 15 into 16, I'm getting 240. 240 a to power 2 x to power 2. So now I'm plugging this coefficient here and this coefficient here. So I'm saying put in 1. So I'm getting 720 a cube equal to 6 times 2, 240 a square. Now this a square will come down and 720 will go on the other side. When a cube by a square, this cancel out, I get a. And 6 times 2, 240 divided by 720. And it means 240 into 6 over 720. I get 2 answers. I believe the point is very clear. And let's go for question number 2. Question number 2, we have a 2 inverses, but this is with the x involved, but here no involved x. This question we can't type in calculator, but we can type this in calculator. But you know, hint available. What is this pi? Due to this pi, you can keep your calculator in radian mode. If you keep in degree mode, you get a wrong answer. So pi by 6, I'm leaving as it is. Tan inverse, I'm leaving as it is. The most important part is here is a radian mode. So I think the point is very clear. So make sure about a radian mode and then you type in calculator. So type my negative sign and cos inverse and √3 divided by 2. And if you check it in calculator, giving you negative pi by 6. Now this number will go there. I get tan inverse 4x. Negative pi by 6, negative pi by 6. If you type this, take LCM, this is LCM is 6, negative pi. You got negative 2 pi by 6, or short form, I can say negative pi by 3. Is the same. I think this is okay. Now, when you bring this tan inverse on the other side, inverse will finish automatically. And you will get this kind of form. Okay, negative pi by 3. So it means, I think this part is clear. And when you take a tan of this, sorry, tan of the answer. So I get a negative, and hold on, let me check again. Tan of negative times 2 in a bracket pi over 3. It is giving us negative root 3. And 4 will divide, and alhamdulillah rabbil alameen, I believe you got a point very, very clear. And we have done 2 questions. Let's move for next one. Question number 3, what is said here? Equation of curve is given, and we have given here equation of normal, then equation of curve. Let me tell you the rules. There are 2 kinds of thing in our syllabus. Equation of curve. Whenever curve equation, he will ask you, who will get by integration. And if he asks you tangent curve, tangent or normal, tangent or normal, tangent or normal, will go for by differentiating technique. So make sure. Okay, now he's asking question of normal, and luckily derivative is given by him already. Differentiation is done already by him. No need to do it. Okay. And what is the thing is here? He said find equation, the curve passes this point, find equation of normal at P, and P is this one. So these 2 will plug in here. It will give me by default tangent. So when I plug in 2, I get a 1, and 72 divided by 2 to the power 4, 16. I get wait a minute, let me check. 72 divided by 2 to power 4, and this answer plus 1, and I get 11 by 2. So 5 point. So 11 by 2 is a 11 by 2 is the tangent. But normal gradient becoming negative, rest 2 will go up and 11 will go down, and sign change. Negative 2 by 11. Now I think it's very clear. I'm looking for equation of the normal. So not a hard job. Formula y minus y1. y1 is 8. And m times 2 x minus x1. x1 is 2. So, and he did not get 11. I will multiply left hand side. 11y minus 88 equal to negative 2x plus 4. Just reshape it. 11y is equals to negative 2x, and 88 goes there, and I'll get a plus 92. So alhamdulillah rabbil alameen, I believe this part is very clear. So if he asks you special format, then we convert it. Otherwise, we can leave it here. Now equation of curve. Whenever equation of curve is asking, we can go for integration. And basically, when you differentiate y, you get a dy over dx. This is called differentiating. But if I want to go back, this will call integration. So let's try to integration. So when I integrate left-hand side, I will get y by default. And right-hand side, I will leave the function as it is. But if the question is prepared for integration, answer is no. I have to bring it up x. This is already up, but this x is not up. I am bringing up. This is not a simple indices property. Power go up, power sign changes. And now I'm integrating. And what is the rule of integrating? This power 1 is already increased by 1 divided by same. But 1, 2 already present, and 1 new 2 came. Okay. Increase the power by 1. I got negative 3 divided by same and plus c. So I get y is equal to x to power 2 by 4, and plus into negative negative, and 72 divided by 3, it is giving us 24. And this power I bring again down to make it positive. It is a compulsory. And now I'm saying this 2, 8 lies on it. So put 2 and 8. Put x is equal to 2 and y is equals to 8. So 8 is here. Put 2. 2 squared 4 by 4. Put 2 here 8. 24 by 8. So here 8, here 1, here 8 threes are. So this is becoming negative 2. It got a 10. So c is 10, and I put back in this equation. So y equal to x to power 2 by 4 minus 24 over x to power 3 plus 10. So alhamdulillah rabbil alameen. I believe the point is very clear, and we have done question number 3. So question number next is number 4 is what is mentioned in the question. We have a 3 arcs, AB arc, okay, and then BC arc and CA arc. And I think the centers are mentioned here. So arc circles with the center CAB. It means this arc length is center at C. If I show you this arc, I think you will understand the question. Sorry, this joining straight, this arc. Okay, so center is C and radius is 2 naturally. So this 2, 2, 2, 2, and 2. So this is also 2. And you know, if you look at carefully, this if we have this radius and this also same, so both are 2. So if I consider A the center and this is the arc, then this is a 2 and this is also 2. So short story, I can tell you that this will behave as an equilateral triangle. An equilateral triangle, all 3 sides are 2 to 2. And whenever we have all sides are equal, then all angles equal, and every angle is 180 divided by 3 or pi divided by 3. So pi by 3, pi by 3, pi by 3. Okay, clear. Now perimeter of coin. How to get perimeter of coin, students? So I will show you one concept even. How to get this arc length. So if I make it separate, I think you will understand. This arc length center is center at A. See, sorry, radius is 2 and angle is pi by 3. How I got it, you can see from here. And I will look this arc length. So arc length is first one. So same arc length, so 1, 2, and 3. So if I find 1, and what is the arc length formula? S is equal to R theta. So perimeter is turned to be R theta into 2 into 3. And radius is 2, theta is pi by 3, and this multiply by 3. Why? Because we have 3 arcs. 3 cancel out, and we're getting 2 pi. And you leave as a 2 pi, or you type in a calculator 2 times 2 pi. So both are correct. And we got a 6.28 centimeters. So perimeter is very clear. So let's go for lower part area of the face ABCD of the coin. It means he talk about the full face of the area. So in terms of pi, root 3 and pi. How to get this answer? So actually, you know, if I join the straight edges, look at here, students, this is straight edges. So we have and I join this one. So we have actually 4 parts. Triangle area is very clear, and we can the same triangle area plus 1 segment area, second segment area, third segment area. Why we waste our time? Find 1 segment area into 3. So I think planning is so simple. What is area of the whole thing? Triangle area plus segment area into 3. Now question come with us. What is the triangle area when 2 sides given and the middle angle? AB sine theta. But segment area, how to find? Look at here, I tell you one thing. If this is a sector, look students, if this is a sector and is a triangle, this is called segment area. So from full sector, subtract triangle. And so sector minus triangle, and this times 2, 3 will give us answer. So I'm going to plug in the numbers. A is 2, B is 2, theta is pi by 3. And what about sector concept? This radius 2, this is 2, this is again pi by 3. So what is the formula of the sector? Half r square theta. Theta is the same. And what is the triangle area? Same formula I will use once again. So this is okay. So half into A into B into sine theta. Okay. All right. And this whole part multiply into 3. Again, I drag slightly and wait a minute. Okay. And this multiply with 3. And I think you got a point. Okay. So now let's see how we can complete it. So this is 2 cancel. And 2 times 2 sine, 2 times 2 sine pi by 3. But make sure we give answer in root form. So this is a root 3. Here I got a 2 pi by 3. And same here, because this answer same. So I get a root 3 and outside 3. So I'm getting root 3 and 3 multiply with the both values, so 2 pi minus 3 root 3. And I get finally 2 pi minus 2 root 3. So this is, I believe this part is clear. So shaded area, we got it in centimeter square. And he said, give answer in root 3 pi format. I think idea is question number 5. So what the question here, first term, second term, and third term of GP. And before I start, I want to tell you very important criteria, and I discussed this many times, but I repeat again. What's the rule? For example, 3 into 2, I got 6. Into 2, I got 12. So these are in GP. And basically, this is a third term, this is a second term. If you divide third term by second term and second term by the first term, so both answers are coming 2, 2. It means they are matching. So I can say the rule is what? Third term, keep it up, by second term, keep it down, and second term, keep it up, by first term, keep it down. So now what is a T1? This is a T1, this is a T2, and this is a T3. So I can say here 2 minus sine theta over second term is what, student, here? Cos theta. So I think it is very, very clear. Okay. And equals to second term divided by first term. Now, student, what to do onwards? Cross multiply. This multiply with this and this multiply with the other side. So I get a 2 sine theta and minus sine square theta. And cos into cos become cos square. We can't convert this sine, we can convert this both values, but we need all in one ratio. So best idea, these two are sine available. Why better to convert cos square into sine square? I can convert this also, but it will create trouble later on. So best technique is convert the cos square value. What is cos square value? 1 minus sine square value. And sine square value will cancel out. So I will get 2 sine theta is equals to 1. 2 will go down. We get a sine theta is equal to half. And he said, what? Find theta. So when I take it, okay, you know very well. And let me check. He said acute angle. So acute angle. Otherwise, we have two possibilities, one here, one here. So when I print principal angle, sine inverse, this is called principal angle. I get what here? And did he ask in any format? Yeah, radian mode. He given even radian mode. So sine inverse of half degree is 30 degree and radian is a pi by 6. It means pi by 6 here and pi by 6 here. But second answer is out of range. This is in range only. So we got this answer. So it means theta is equal to pi by 6. No need to show the second answer. And let's go for second part. Using the value of theta, using this value of theta, it means this value will proceed in next part. Okay, pi by 6. So theta is equals to pi by 6. Find some of the first 10 terms of progression. And before you start, you just see that its common ratio is bigger than 1 or less than 1. So give you answer. So first of all, what is the method? You know, students, I will use and give answer in this form. So sum of formula is what? A. Okay, but first of all, decide it. Is R is bigger or less than? Okay, so for that reason, look at second term by first term. This is also called common ratio. So I can take this or even this. So cos over sine is common ratio. Reason second term by first term. So I'm using here R is equals to cos theta over, let me recheck. Yeah, cos by sine. So cos theta over sine theta. Actually, it's become so you plug in both values 1 by 1, cos pi by 6 and sine pi by 6. Okay, so let me tell you what are the values we have. It is coming reciprocal. It is coming root 3. So root 3 is R, which is bigger than 1 because its value is 1.7321. So approximately, so I will bigger. So I will use this formula A R to power n minus 1 over R minus 1. So make sure R is bigger than 1. Use R will come before and 1 will go later. Otherwise, 1 will go before, R goes later. Now plug in the values. What is the first term? First term, according to the question, is sine theta. So I will plug in sine theta. So first term is sine theta, but theta is what, student? Pi by 6. And sine pi by 6, if you check in calculator, and it is giving us 1/2. So it means half value is coming here, and R value is what? √3 going there. So √3 to power is 10 because he is plugging every n by 10 because he said that 10 times. So -1 over √3 -1. But he said give this format answer. So this is okay. And I think so if you type the upper part, will give us the answer. So √3, and if I take the power 10 of this, it gives 243. So 243 -1. And I think so you understanding what is going on. -1 and divide by 2. If you type the numerator only in calculator, don't type whole. You get a 121 and √3 -1, and which is required form. Okay, if you match with that, and he said that can be found. Okay, and digit to be found. We are bound to give the answers. So what is the B value? B value is 121. And what is this C value? C value is 3. And I believe the point is very clear. And we have done this question. Let's go for next part. So question number next we have is a combination. Look at here. First of all, it said coordinates of minimum. So how to find coordinates of minimum point is a very basic. You know very well we differentiate. And whenever point of minimum comes, okay, students, we will align parallel to x-axis, the tangent. It means derivative equal to 0. This is a basic rule. So first of all, differentiate. So power comes down, power 1 less, 8 become 8 and 5 becomes 0. I will plug in derivative 0 and 8 goes there and x become 4. So it means the stationary coordinate which I'm getting now here is 4. But why I don't know. Okay, and this value of x I plug in back in equation. So when I plug it back in equation, 4 squared minus 8 into 4 plus 5. So I get what, students? So 16 minus 32. So 16 minus 32 and plus 5. It is giving minus 11. So y value is coming minus 11. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, the stationary point is very, very clear. Okay, and there's a plus x square. How I know? Because highest power plus x square, point of minima. So this is done. Now it means the coordinate is coming 4 comma minus 11. Okay. Now he's saying this curve is stretched perfected by 2, parallel 2. So before I start, I want to tell some extra properties, otherwise we'll not understand. Whenever stretch parallel to y-axis, so we multiply whole equation with 2, especially because an x multiply with a factor, with a factor. And x will not change, will not change. Common sense, when it's moving, when one thing is change vertically going, so x value will not change. Okay, he said 2 parallel, okay, and second he said translated for 1. And translation, you know it very well. It means 4 values move right hand side along x-axis and 1 along y-axis. Is very, very clear. We can see from here. Okay, it means in okay, let's start. He said to find a coordinate of minimum point of after transform curve. This curve, if it transform, what happens then? So first of all, stretch. And in stretching, after stretch. So after stretch, y-axis, parallel to y-axis, okay? 2 times. So common sense, I said before this a point before 4 minus 11. So turn to be 4 minus 22. How come? Because y coordinate will multiply 2 times, make sure. And I said before, x value will not change, okay? If it's a parallel to x-axis, then x will multiply and y will not change. Anyway, now he's saying after having this one, so imagine this is a point, okay, I show you. This is a coordinate, copy and paste. So this is a diagram we have, okay? And stretching means, So this diagram will move where? Okay, hold on. I show you some diagram. Maybe you understanding, inshallah. So this is a copy and paste here. You see, it will go up, okay, and this number will change only. I will get negative 22. So this x value will not change and y will become double. Okay, now this curve, I have it. Now he said, translate for 1. So this whole curve, you see, this whole curve, if I copy here and paste here, copy and, sorry, paste here, you see. So it will go how much? 4 rightward, 1, 2, 3, and 1 upward here. I believe you got my point. So repeat 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 upwards. So it means this, students. So what is the change will come? In this value, I will add 4. I will add 4. I will get 8. In this value, I will add 1. I'll get negative 21. So it means this point will translate right inside 4 boxes, and above it is go 1 box. So I believe the point is very clear, and we get ultimately the answer is coming 8 comma negative 21 is our final answer. So I believe you got my point. This is called stretch, and this other is called translation. Translation. Okay, I hope so you got the idea. So the diagram is clear to you. Now let's talk about this question. He said equation of the transform curve. We have to give in this format. Okay, first of all, you know what the actual equation we have. So x to power 2 minus 8x plus 5. I will take the whole equation. Okay, and according to plan, students, whatever will happen. So first of all, I will talk stretch. Parallel to y-axis. What will happen? Multiply whole equation into 2. Into 2 multiplying. I got 2 at 16. Sorry, I multiply here. So after stretching, it become 2x to power 2, 16x, and 2 5s are 10. After this, he said, no, you have to translate 4 and 1. So you have to translate 4 and 1. So now we'll see how we can translate 4 and 1. So, but I will tell you first of all, what is the basic criteria? So whenever we have to translate along x-axis, what is the basic formula? In x value, for example, right-hand side will take this negative sign is fixed. This negative sign is fixed. And here I will write the number, or here will move. For example, if I move A right side and B upwards. So it means I will add here A and B will go upwards. So I just add outside B, and this negative sign is fixed, make sure. So in this sense, if I want to do 4, 1, students, what I will do, every x, this is power 2 remains same, okay, minus 16 times to x and plus 10. Now this plus 4, because translation, so I am writing in a blue color so you can understand x minus 4, and this 1, I'm writing here plus 1. I believe you got my point. I repeat again, this is my actual equation of curve. Okay, if he say, for example, it is going left side, okay, not right side. So I will plug in negative 4 here. Negative become positive otherwise. But anyway, I think you got my point. Expand the bracket. And when you expand the bracket, you know it very well. First term square, 2 into first term, second term, plus second term square. So x here, 4 here, and 4 here. And wait a minute. Okay. And this is multiplying inside. I got negative 16x and plus 64 plus 11. And I multiply inside a bracket x square plus 8x minus 8x plus 16. And I get here 64 plus equal to 75. And now I multiply inside. And finally, wait a minute, this is disturbing. So let me drag back. So 2x to power 2, 16x and 32. I'm doing extra work, student. You can skip some extra steps, no problem. 16 become 32. And this you add, you got a 5 plus 2, 7 and 107. So I believe you got a new, this is a y dash. Y dash is just expressing that this original equation was y, and this is after the whole transformation. And I believe you got a point very clear. Next question is number 7. And he said, verify that this product equal to that. So student, what is the method? I will take left hand side, LHS, multiply 8x cube, multiply 4x square, multiply negative 2x. Now minus 1 multiply, I got a 4x to power 2, minus multiply, minus 2x and plus 1. Reorder. So 4x could cancel out, negative 2, negative become negative 4 plus 1 equal to right hand side, proved. Okay, now let's talk about the part number 2. I will take again left hand side. So I will do what? I will do take the upper part LCM separate, down part separate. Okay, but before I start this one, I have to write the tan. What is the tan? Sine over cos. So sine square, because both power 2's. Same down, sine square over cos square with a minus sign. Now this is upper part, student, is the lower part. I will find out the LCM separate, upper and lower separate. So look at now here. So basically 3 by 4 and plus 2, for example. So 4 is LCM, and this 4 will multiply with the 2. But this 3 will stay as it is. Same story, cos square multiply with 1. So I can sine square stay as it is. Sine square plus cos square. And this LCM remains same. Let's talk about the denominator part. Same, we have LCM, and LCM is cos square theta. Okay, cos square will multiply with 1. I get a sine square theta plus cos square theta, minus cos square theta. And 5 by 3, main line 7 by 3. So this 3 will cancel out with the same. Same they cancel out here. And this is actually 1. So I got a 1 over sine square minus cos square. But some students stuck here, we need to prove this one. So see, cos square available there, but sine square is not available there. So sine square is value. What is the sine square value? If you remember, sine square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. If I bring cos square on the other side, I can get it what? 1 minus cos square. And this cos square already exists. So I get what here? Cos square, 2 cos square, 1 minus 2 cos square. So alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, right hand side is proved. So let's talk about the next question. Now, if we look at carefully, students, let me prove it. Let me show you what I'm saying. Actually, tan square theta plus 1 over tan square theta minus 1 equal to 1 over 1 minus 2 cos square theta. This we have proved. I will take this equation, I will cut here and bring on the other page. So this is a very helpful for us to solve it. Look at here, is this matching or not matching? Matching. So I can remove left hand side and I copy this in the place of here. Simple right statement by parts B. Okay, so left hand side I will replace by this. So I get 1 over 1 minus 2 cos square theta. And this will remain as it is. Now it will cross multiply. So what happened? 1 equal to 4 ones are 4 cos theta and negative 8 cos cube theta. Now you're surprised to know you never done cubic equation in AS level. Now how deal with this kind of thing? So for this reason, you have to concentrate on the top question. So this is a very interesting part. 2x plus minus 1 times 4x to power 2 plus 2x minus 1 is actually equals to 8x cubed minus 4x plus 1. There's a very interesting part we have. I will take this part even and bring it down. It's very important to know. And I bring and I paste on the top here. Wait a minute. I'll bring it here. Now see, student, is this matching? Yes, perfectly matching. Only every, look, 8x cubed minus 4x plus 1. Same thing. Only every x he replaced by what? Cos. So it means if I have a cos here, 8 cos cube and minus 4 cos, same thing. but this whole thing is equal to this thing. So it means I can replace right here by part A. So whole thing replaced by this, but every x by cos theta. So 2 cos theta minus 1, it is coming from here. Okay, 4 cos square theta plus 2 cos theta minus 1 equal to 0. I repeat my words because this is matching with that. So because according to this property number A, so I will copy the whole thing here, only x replaced by cos theta. And I believe clear. And whenever product equal to 0, one time this equal to 0, one time this equal to 0. So 2 cos theta minus 1 equal to 0, and 4 cos square theta plus 2 cos theta minus 1 equal to 0. So 1 goes there, cos theta equal to half. And cos positive is which quadrant? First and fourth one. And wait a minute, let me check. It is a 180. So this is out of range. This is out of range. This is in range. And when I take a cos inverse of this principal angle, cos inverse of half, giving us 60 degree. Degree or radian? Degree. So 60 degrees. So 60 degrees here, 60 degrees here, but that is out of range. Our answer is 60 degree. So I believe this part is very clear. Let's talk about second part. Here you can apply quadratic formula, and what is the way? Negative b plus and minus b square minus 4a into c over 2a. Okay, students. So after showing this working, if you show it, and so in root 4 minus 16, it is giving us what? Okay, sorry. So 4 plus 16. So it is giving 2 root 5. It means short form, I'm getting this way. I think you got my point. Now, student, I have two answers. Okay, I'm writing directly one positive and one negative. So if I check it, negative 2 plus 2 root of 5 and divided by 8, my answer number 1 incoming in decimal 0.309. And same story, if I have a negative and divide by 8, I'm getting here negative 0.809. Now, student, what to do? I will make again 2 crosses, very, very important. Cos positive, this and this. A cos negative, I will make second and third. So now here I will get a principal angle alpha cos inverse 0.309. Here alpha cos inverse, but don't type negative sign 809. Okay. All right. The principal angle, let me find both. So if I wait a minute. Okay. So cos inverse of this one is giving us a 0. Wait a minute. It is giving us, okay, degree mode, sorry. We have to be careful and we have to convert into degree mode. Okay, so cos inverse 0.807. It is giving me 36.2 degree. So 36.2 degree here, 36.2 degree here. But it is out of range, this in range. And this is my answer. So answer number third is theta equal to 180 minus 36.2. And if I subtract, student, I'm getting answer 143.8. I think clear. And second is principal angle is coming cos inverse 0.309. It is giving 72 degree. So 72 here, 72 here. This is out of range, this in range. So my answer is coming 72 degree, and I believe you got the point. And we have done all 3 answers well. Okay, question number 8, students. What are question number 8 we have? He said that his domain is given here. Find an inverse of this function. So what is the method of inverse function? So I will copy first of all. Okay, done. And after this, what I will do, students, step number 1, remove function y and write here y. Name, remove it and write y here. Now try to make an x subject. How to make x subject? This a will go there. So a plus y plus a. First of all, switch the both side. x plus a whole square left side is square. When you switch the sides, no sign changes. Make sure. Root of both sides. Where roots of both sides, I have a plus and minus. But I will tell you as a goes there, we will not have a two signs same time in condition of f inverse. So I will have interchanging, interchange. X become y and y becomes x. But hold on, I'm going to do one small change, and that will give me our answer. And what is that? Answer is we have to plug in either plus or minus here. With both signs are not acceptable. So now we look at carefully. If you look at carefully, even I get the stretching coordinate from here. And what is stretching coordinate technique from here? Under power to whatever, put equal to 0. And I get what here? X become negative a. So this is a negative a. And y coordinate is this. And domain is what is starting from here and backward is going. So x value is less. So it means I just tell you one thing, very important. So this part of curve I have. So make sure the right part of curve is not there. So curve is going this way. I believe you got my point. And when it goes left side, we always put negative sign is a rule. So that is why I will plug in negative sign. This is my answer. So you learn once again, if I go right side, I put plus. If I go left side, I put minus. That is the logic behind it. Okay, I can go more depth. What is the reason? Positive, negative. Okay, so I think this is enough for to understand. Domain. Okay, well, here we have a rule. Let me write the rule here. Rule is what? Domain of f inverse is actually equal to range of f. So range of function, I just got it now. What's the range we can see from here, students? Range is starting from here and going up. So this is a range. I believe you got my point. This is a range of function, which I'm bringing down. So range of function is this. So this I'm copying, but I will do a small change. What that change? Y will become X. Logic, because we are looking for domain, and domain stand for X. And I believe you got my point. And range of inverse function formula, what? Let me write the range, the formula. So range of f inverse basically equal to domain of f. And domain of f is what? He's starting from here and going backward. So let me write it. So what is the domain? This is the domain I have. I'll copy and I paste here. So this is a domain basically. Okay, less than, okay. So less than a. So I write the same everything, but due to the range, I will remove the variable and change the variable. That's it. And I believe you're understanding what is going on. So let's go for the next question. He said use a value this one and find it. So before it, I need both functions.
Okay.
So I'm writing both functions, student. F of x is x minus x plus a whole squared minus a. And g of x, we have 2x minus 1. I'm copying both functions. I bring it down. Even I cut from here, no problem. So let's start here. Paste. Okay, and I bring it here. All right, basically what students, we have a plan. So first of all, a will go replace here. So f of x, I will change before or later, no issue at all. So 7 by 2 whole square and minus 7 by 2. So I have both functions now. He said, okay, what is the g of f? So whenever this kind of function come, this right function go left side function. So I will copy first function of g. So solution start from here. I'm copying g of function first of all, 2x minus 1. And how many x's? Both x's, I will leave empty spaces. Okay, here I will copy the function name. Repeat. Here I will copy the function name and value will go here. So I'm writing here f of x. I'm writing here x plus 7 by 2 whole square minus 7 by 2. I think clear. And this is actually 0. And this 2 multiplying here and 2 multiply there. So I get this kind of thing. Minus 7 minus 1. And I get what? 2 times 2 x plus 7 over 2 whole square. This minus 8 goes there, become plus 8. 2 will divide. I will get 4. Don't need to expand. Some student expand the bracket, correct, not wrong, but too lengthy. Here, take a root of both sides. I will get what? A 1 time plus 2 and 1 time minus 2. And I think you're understanding. X plus 7 over 2 and x plus 7 over 2 negative 2. So here, if I subtract 2 minus 7 over 2, I get answer negative 3 by 2. Second answer, I'm getting what here? Negative 2 and negative 7 divided by 2. And I get negative 11 by 2. But student, one thing is very important, that is important to know. This is in decimal is coming what? Negative 5.5. In decimal, this is negative 1.5. So, but if you look at domain, what is the domain? If you look at carefully, less than negative a is a domain. We have x is less than a is what? 7 by 2. So it means 3.5 and negative 3.5 because a. So look at here, student, both values. If I talk about this value, I'm getting here 0, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5. So this answer is coming in the middle here. And this answer is coming somewhere here. But our domain is starting from negative 3.5 backwards. So domain is starting from here and backward. So this is out of range and this in range. That is why this is ignore. We have to ignore this one. And our answer is this only. And I believe you got my point. And we was asking, solve this equation. So now I think you got my point very clear. Question number 9. Let's proceed. Question number 9. Okay, and the coordinates of A and B is asking for A coordinates. So when you talk about A coordinates, okay, so A and B coordinates, so where they intersect. And intersecting means we have a simple criteria, y equal to y or x equal to x. So x is equal to x is very hard to do it, y equal to y is possible. So I'm going to equate them. So student, let's start. So what I can do it now here, I will put these both equation, put them equals to each other. Okay, so 2x to power half plus 13x to power negative half equal to 3x to power negative half plus 12. Okay, so I bring the powers down and we make it positive power. When it goes down, it got a positive half because negative half will turn to be positive half. So let's say x to power positive half equal to k or any variable. So this is a k. So I got a 2k by plus 13 over k equal to 3 over k and plus 12. So multiply whole equation by k. Get rid of the denominator. Into k, 2k square. Into k, cancel out 13. Into k, 3. Into k, 12k. Now bring all values left hand side. I got negative 12k, I got a plus 10 equal to 0. So divided by 2, I got k to power 2, 6, and 2 5s are 10. And I'm getting these two answers, 6. So 5k and minus 1k. Apply quadratic formula or factorization, no problem at all. So I got a k minus 1 on k minus 5. I got two answers. So wait a minute, student, this will need a, this I bring, wait a minute, close. And this I bring slightly here because I need it. I got two answers, student. One is 1 and one is a k 5. And both values I will plug in here. So x to power half is equal to 1, x to power half equal to 5. How to get rid of this? The reverse of this is what? Squaring both sides. So in a square, both sides, students, square left side, square right side, this half will cancel. I get 25. And here I got a 1. So alhamdulillah rabbil alameen. But he was asking not only x, he asking y coordinate even. So I will plug in any one equation you like. So when I plug in 1 in this equation, so 12 plus 5 become 15. So y becoming 15. So yeah, it is clear. So y equal to 15 and we have done it. A coordinate. So A coordinate turned to be 115. And when I plug in this 25 in this, okay, you or you can plug in there even. So 3/25 root and plus 12. How come? How come? I repeat again, because 25 will come in this and negative half, positive half. So 3/5 plus 12, it is coming in decimal format, 12.6. I'm saving my time and directly telling the answers. So 25 comma 12.6 is a B coordinate. So I believe you got my point, A and B. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Now shaded area. How to get shaded area, students? If you look at carefully, this is a shaded area. Above curve is this one. This is called upper curve. This is called upper curve. And what this is called lower curve. Basically, student, what is the basic criteria? We'll just tell you, if I integrate the upper curve, I get a full area. If I integrate the lower curve, I get a white area. So from the upper curve, if I subtract the lower curve, a white area, if the full curve area subtract the white region, I get this answer. So I think idea is clear. So let's go on for shaded area. So shaded area and lower limit 1, upper limit 25. I repeat, I think maybe I need a space to, because if I drag it back, better. Okay, now students, I need two curves. So I bring the upper curve is 12. So this equation I'm bringing there. So copy and paste here. And dx must write minus lower curve. And I'm bringing the other curve there. Okay, copy and I bring it there. All right, this is done. Now I'm going to integrate. And what is the rule of integration? Increase a power by 1. So negative half already, it become positive half and down positive half. And 12 become 12x. A lot of patience required. Increase a power by 1. I got 3/2 and 3/2. Increase the power by half, so half over half. And limit 1 to 25. Okay, this is a flip, you know, this 3 will go and flip, multiply up. So you got a what? 6 root of x and plus 12x. And this flip up, 2 will go up, multiply 4/3 x to power 3/2. This will flip up, we got a 26 root of x. Okay, now I plug in the numbers and I save my time. Wait a minute. When I plug in the numbers, what I get the values. Okay, when I plug in 25, okay, so when I plug in 25 here, or I can check the values. So 6 root of 25 plus 12 times 225, I get 330. So when I plug in 25, I get this value minus. When I plug in 1, I get 18. I think, okay. And now I can get for the next part, when I plug in 25, so forward 3 into 25 to power 3/2. I get a 500/3. And 25 into 5, I got 125 minus. Now a same story I will do with a 1. So I got a 4/3 minus 26. So student, now I'm going to type it all together. Okay, this is coming with us. Wait, let me check. Okay, 312 coming from here. And this I check it. This one 125. 500 divided by 3 minus 125 and minus 4/3 plus 26 is coming 199/3. So 325 and subtract. Okay, well, let me check where's some error is there. Hold on. Yes, students, there's one correction. This is actually negative, this positive. We must write positive sign here. Okay, positive and positive. And second number, I check again, 4/3. And what is that, 25? Wait a minute, this is okay. And 26 times 2, 25. I get 130. This is a 130. This is a 130. Yeah, typing error only. And remaining is correct. And now if I type in calculator, it is giving us 808 by 3. And final answer is coming 128 by 3. So this sign was mistake only. I think this covered now. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. So it is okay. Now let's talk about the next question. And next question we have here. Okay, question number 10. Okay, so let's start the question number 10 here. He said that equation x coordinate station point he's asking for. And all of you know we have done it. I don't know why given this question again. Station coordinate 1 point is already discussed in the paper. So you can understand from here importance of differentiation and integration. This topic, integration differentiation, is very important among whole paper. So he's asking x coordinate of station point. So step number 1, I will differentiate. Is dash stand for derivative. Power will come down and power 1 less. And I get a 2/3. And into base. Many students miss this one. So I know and 20 by 3 because x derivative is 1. Be careful. Some students don't write this one. So be careful. This base derivative you must write carefully. This 4 into 5, we got a 20. 20 by 3 and 4x minus 3 to power 2 by 3 and minus 20 by 3. This is my first derivative done. And we looking for a stationary coordinate, x coordinate and the nature. So why not we do a second derivative same time? So this is coming down and do it for the 40 by 9 and power 1 less. I get a -1/3 into base derivative again 4 and minus 0. And this is 0 this time because a lone constant is a 0. I think you got the point clear. So anyway, so I got a 160 by 9 and I make it change here because this 160 over 9 times 2, 4 x minus 3 and positive 1 by 3. This is called second derivative. So my first derivative is here. Okay, students. Okay. And the second derivative is here. So let's move on. According to plan, I will put first derivative is equals to 0. And when I first put first derivative 0, which is here, okay, I take this whole equation and plug in 0. So copy and paste. All right. And I plug in what here? I plug in here 0. So let's proceed. If I plug in 0 here, what I get answer. So 20 by 3 and 4x minus 3 to power 2 by 3 minus 20 by 3. This whole thing will come here. And 20 by 3. In this way, the chance of mistake reduces. This whole will divide and will cancel out. We get a 1. And a very interesting part, whenever you bring this power on the other side, your power flip, you know, 2 by 3 become 3 by 2. Make sure. Okay, and I get this kind of thing, students. Now this power 1 is remain same. So this 4x is equals to 4 and x becomes 1. And one important part is here, hold on. We have to be careful regarding that. You know, this is power 2, if you look at carefully, okay? And whenever power 2 is there and you want to eliminate, you take a root. So that is why if you because this power 2 is there, will not write only 1. You will write here plus and minus 1. There's a very, very important point. I repeat my words again. So this is when, let's say this 3 is not there. This 3 is not there. This power 2 is there only. And if a power 2 is there only, then if you want to eliminate, we take a root of the both side and plus minus will come. And the same story, this 3 is coming or not coming. We don't care about that. We care about this power 2. And that power 2, we put a plus minus. I think you got my point. And that is why we have to go for 1 positive and 1 negative. And now that is the reason I am writing 1 positive value and 1 negative value. So 4x minus 3 equal to minus 1. And 4x is equals to positive 2 and x becomes a half. We got 2 answers and I believe you got my point. And even he said coordinates, not 1, 2. So we got a point. I think point is very, very clear. An X coordinate, no need of Y coordinates. So make sure about it. Okay, let's talk about the next part. Next part, what he's asking for, okay, I think nature part. So I will take the second derivative from here and I go for the nature. Copy and I paste here, but I paste 2 times. Reason is very clear because 2 natures I need to find. So nature at 2 points. So now I'm writing here at x is equal to 1 and at x is equal to half. So when I plug in, okay, this is actually no need of do a long working showing. Common sense, if we apply here 4 times to 1 minus 3, and this is a, inside positive, is a positive, so it gives us a positive answer. No need to waste our time. It's called point of minima. And same story here, f dash of x is this one, 160 over 9 times 2, 4 times 2 half, minus 3 power 1 over 3. And this is the cancel 2 and 2 minus 3 is negative. So negative will come out and 1/3 of the power will not affect. So we get a negative answer. It's called a point of maxima. And I believe the point is very clear. And he said set of values for which the function is increasing. Let me tell you, a function increasing, look, this curve I show you. Here, this is called increasing. Increasing. Why? Because positive gradient. And here the function is called decreasing. Why? Because it has a negative gradient. So when positive gradient increasing, otherwise decreasing. So he said find set of values, a function is increasing. So as function increasing, I will say that f dash of x is bigger than 0. So I'm going to plug in the derivative, and inshallah, I believe you will understand. So let's see how we can get it. And derivative we have here already. And I will copy paste from here. Function. So function is this one. Hold on. Yeah, this value. Oh, sorry, gradient. Which is gradient here? First gradient. The first gradient is here. Okay. So first derivative, copy. And I put it here. Okay. Now I can work for it. It will go there, students. Naturally, power this will remain same. Okay, wait a minute, students. So 4x minus 3 to power 2 by 3, and it goes there. So 20 by this goes down and divide, cancel out. We have done this working, I think, in previous page also. So no need of this whole working actually. And that is why it has 1 mark only. So as a teacher, as just you, no need to waste of time whole. Okay, you see, we have done it already here. This part we have done 0. So we have done this 1. We see that we got a plus. So we got 2 answers. Okay, so this 1.5 will take only. So that is why I just show you that I showed you working only. And now you can skip it. Just sake of your understanding, I showed you that it's giving the same answer. And now there's a 1 mark. I'm going to show you only one thing. X, what is that? X, this is x plus 1. We have 2 values. Actually, we have 2 values, x equal to 1 and x equal to half. But whenever we have a bigger comes, so we have bigger, so bigger is outside. This is a way of writing. Have smaller, 1 bigger. Okay, so how to write this answer? So x value is bigger than 1, and how to read this one? X value is less than half. For these values, its function is what? Increasing. I think you got my point. And if we say decreasing is less than inside. For decreasing, we will write this way only. And I believe you got my point. This is called decreasing. This is for increasing. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. And you learn one other thing. No need to work out again because f dash of x with 0 equal to 0 we have answer before. Look at here, equal to 0. And we have workout and we have 2 answers already available. No need to work out again. So let's go for the last question. He's saying that the coordinates or the point ABC mentioned by him Okay, A is this, B is this, and C is this. And P is constant, okay. And AB is perpendicular to the BC line, okay, all right. So best idea, this kind of question, when you do it, try to make it close to accurate diagram, okay? That is why let's see the another part C even, okay. So best idea, 6, 4, and 4, okay, look at here, I'm doing a rough, okay, but okay, ball positive values. So 6, 4. Where's 6, 4? Approximately 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 4. So somewhere here. Where is C is 14, 18. So 14 and 18 somewhere up. This diagram is not important, student. If you make it good, otherwise no need. And where is the C? As he said, positive constant means above x-axis. So P7. So P and 7, somewhere I can say somewhere in the middle, somewhere here. But he mentioned that very clear. AB and BC are perpendicular. Okay, AB and BC, BC is perpendicular. So B is where we will try to get it. And according to condition AB, if A is here, B is here, and C is here, this is a 90-degree. How I know? Mention AB and perpendicular to BC. So, okay, this is a situation. So I think so. If I take, I can take this point even here also. Okay, make sure it can be here, it can be here. But both options, students, I will take this, okay, and this is the perpendicular. I can take a rough idea. AB and BC are perpendicular. So I will take B somewhere here, okay, or look this one. Okay, it can be done even this also, no problem at all. Okay, so it depends upon the thing is okay. So 7, I think, because this Y is 7 bigger than that. So most probably I can take even I can take even here also, no problem. It depends upon the situation. Anyway, this is a B coordinate and B coordinate is a P7. And here 90-degree. Okay, so this can be any format. We'll just make a rough idea. And he said P value is less than 10. I just saw now. It means the first diagram was correct. P is less than 10. So it means it is somewhere here. Perpendicular. So I believe this is clear now because this X value is less than 10. So it means below naturally. Okay, now I think you can work out. If this condition was not given, it was correct. So P7, let's start. So what is the value of P? So I think we can find out the gradient, both gradient. So gradient of AB multiply gradient of BC equals to -1. Logically, why is true? Because whenever two lines are perpendicular to each other, their gradient product is -1. So let's try to find gradient of AB. So AB, so what is the formula? Y2 minus Y1, or start from here, Y2 minus Y1. So 7 minus 4 over P minus 6. Second gradient of the BC. So 18 minus 7, or I can write 7 minus 18 over P minus 14. I got second. So both gradient I put in 1. Okay. So when I put in 1, students, what happens? 7 minus 4, it is giving us 3 over P minus 6. And minus 11, wait a minute. Yeah, minus 11 over P minus 4, P minus 14, sorry, equals to -1. Cross multiply, I get negative. So this negative and negative cancel out. I got 33 left-hand side, right-hand side, P minus 6 into P minus 14. So student, now I'm going to simplify. So P square minus 14P minus 6P and plus 6 4s are 24, or I check it, 14 times to 6. Yeah, it's 84 and equal to 33. So P square negative 20P, and this is subtract from 84, subtract 33, we got a 51. equal to 0. So I can factorize, students, yes, 51, or you can apply quadratic formula, but 17p and minus 3p is giving 20. And p common from here, I got p minus 17, and from here 3 common, p minus 17. And I believe this part is clear, and I get a p minus 3. I got two answers, p is 3 and p is equal to 17. And according to the question, he said p is less than 10. So this I will ignore it, and this I will take it. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, I believe this part is very clear and we have done it. Let's go for the last part or second last part. A circle passes through ABC. Okay, very interesting part is going to come. And students, this diagram, I will take it there. That is the logic I drew this diagram. And you will come to know what is the reason. Because this diagram will help you circles questions, especially this kind of diagram is helping us. Okay, so let's start. So I'm going to show a circle, and look at here, circle must pass through all 3 points. I try to make it, and I'm going to show you. Hold on. You see, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, some extent I explained. Okay, before I start this one, I just tell you one very important point. And that is whenever we have a circle, we done in O levels, circles properties. And whenever we have a diameter, a center of circle O, and any point meet on the edge of circle and joining edge of diameters, this angle always 90 degree, and this line will behave as a diameter. So in this diagram, if this is a 90 degree, I'm going to make a blue line, and this blue line will 100% will behave as a diameter. So no question about it. It is understood. Okay. So reason whenever 90 degree given here, okay, you can see that is 90 degree. Okay. So this is a property. And he was asking center equation of circle to find it. And what equation of circle, student? X minus a whole square and y minus b whole square equal to r square. Now, from where you get r? R is this one. So I just mentioned C for center, or C dash, or I can say P, but no problem. P used there. Let's talk about Q. So Q is the center of circle, students. I will apply midpoint formula on these, get a Q coordinate. So midpoint formula. So midpoint formula. And you saw diagram helps a lot. That is why I drew the diagram. I spent extra time on diagram. So I just, as a teacher, please, when you have this kind of question, diagram making. So 6 plus 14, I got 20 by 2, I got a 10. And y? So 4 and 18. So 18 plus 4, 22, I got 11. So center turned to be 10, 11. I think clear. So Q is 10, 11 center. And student, I can plug in, and only one thing left behind, and that is the radius. Okay. So I get this 10 will come in the place of 8. And this 11 will behave as 11 as a B. Only thing is radius. How to get radius, student? We have two techniques. Finding this distance and divide by 2, or finding AQ distance, no problem at all. So radius and distance formula. And what is the formula? X2 minus X1 whole square and Y2 minus Y1 whole square. So I'm applying here. So 10 minus 6 whole square, 10 minus 6 whole square, and 11 minus 4 whole square. Here I got a 36 because, sorry, 16, and the second one is coming 49 and root 65. And when I plug in root 65 here, this power 2 will cancel root. I will get a 65 only. This is equation of circle. And I believe you got a point very clear, and we have done it. Alhamdulillah. Last part, he said, find equation of tangent to circle at C. This format we need. And what point at C? You see, diagram is very important. Now I will going to take a scale, and I'm going to make a tangent here. I'm going to make a green line so you can understand these are different from others. Okay. Now, student, you see diagram helping a lot. And for your knowledge, this is 90 degree. This blue line and this green line is making 90 degree. It means why the 90 degree? Because one more property very, very important. Whenever a tangent and a radius is there's a radius and tangent, an angle between them always 90 degree. Okay, and I'm looking for equation of the tangent. And what is the formula? Equation of tangent formula. Equation of tangent formula is very clear. Equation of the line or tangent, same thing. Y minus y1 equal to m times to x minus x1. Okay, point I will take C, 14, 18. So 14, 18. 18 will come here and 14 will come here. Only thing left, gradient of the tangent. So let me tell you the gradient of the gradient of this one, diameter. So gradient of the diameter. So gradient of the diameter or diameter gradient. Diameter gradient. Gradient of diameter, DIA, diameter. So let's find a diameter gradient is a what? 18, y2 minus y1. I can use center also, no problem at all. So 18 minus 4 and 14 minus 6. It is giving us 14 over 8 and 2 fours are and 2 sevens are. So 7 by 4 gradient of the diameter. If diameter is this, then what is the green color? Perpendicular. So it's a negative reciprocal. So I will write it what? The gradient of the tangent. Gradient of tangent become negative 4 over 7. And I believe you got a point clear. 7 multiplied there, 7 by and 18 times to 7. It is giving 126. And 14 times to 4, 56. Now I just form this one I need. So 4x comes here and 7 are already present. 56 will also join left hand side. So if I check it, 126 and plus 56, I get 182. And negative 182 equal to 0. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. This form he's asking, and he's asking what is he did not ask for the integers, but he said the integers. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. I think the concept is very, very clear and paper is completely